He's gonna be so pissed.
Are you just dropping animals in, or
Yeah, fucking hitting them, and they're running after me, and I'm going behind the Stargate, and they're running through the Stargate on aggressive. It's fucking hilarious.
the guy's freaking out on the other end?
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? No, I don't know. It's just they're gonna go in there rampaging everything. Hey guys, welcome back to Titanshield Gaming, and thank you all for coming back to watch the 12th episode of the PvP based design series. It has been an absolute success so far, and I appreciate all of you fine folks for subscribing, hitting that like button, leaving me comments, because I love responding back to you guys. But anyways, what I'm going to be doing today is going to be the completion to the Behemoth trap video. Now, originally I had a few people coming and talking to me and asking me, you know, you put those gates awfully close to those like species plants, you kind of goofed it up. But I told them, be careful, just give me a little while to put this all out, because it did take me a very long time to do between my gaming, work, all that kind of stuff. But patience is a virtue, and I got it done. So I'm hoping you guys will learn a little bit from this video and incorporate it into your bases. Like I always say, people, you don't have to replicate me and what I do, because this is a massive base. You just have to freaking take the idea and incorporate it into your base designs. Now, if you do want to replicate it, you're more than welcome to replicate it, because I would absolutely love showing up on a server one time and coming across a base that looked exactly like this and be like, wow, this is awesome. Let me try to breach it and raid you. So, hope you guys liked the video. Thank you for coming back. I'll see you guys in a little while. This is going to be a big build, guys. I'm going to just put it out there right now. I would suggest you get a couple of your buddies to help you out, because this is going to be a big one. This one, I want you guys to do exactly what you did before in the dino distance from your main base to the dino perimeter, which is here in metal, with the X species plants. Now, what I want you to do is either use thatch or wood, depending on your gathering rates. If you have a very low gathering rate, go with thatch, because it's easy. If you have a high gathering rate, you can go with stone, or you can even go with metal if you want. I would highly suggest you just go with wood. Wood's easy to get, easy to come by. Just check it out, try it. Basically, you want to put out about 13. I put out 13 because it's a good space to fit enough T-Rexes and Gigas in your yard. And it's just overall a nice number that I like to go out with. Because I went with 11, I'll go with 13 this time. So you measure these all out, and once you get to 13, you start going horizontally along the edges of your base, and you basically want to do exactly what you did before, is make a big, huge square around your base. This is going to take a while, so I highly suggest you get your buddies to help you out, your tribe mates, and you lay out the distances and then have them complete the big square. Now, be patient, be resilient, guys, because this is going to be a little tricky here and there depending on your terrain. My terrain's relatively flat, so what I did is I had a little few issues here and there, which I would just simply put a pillar on top of the pillar and then continue a little higher. So this is going to be a clean, effective way of doing this. It's going to be troublesome, so pop some music on and watch a TV show, do something, because it's going to get tedious very fast. But I guarantee you it's going to be well worth it in the end. Once you finish taking your nap on your keyboard, which I did almost, you're going to get a nice look like this. It's going to be a nice square. It's going to be even. It's going to look perfect. Hopefully you have that too. And I did too. It's a little off here and there, but you know what? It looks really damn good. So now what you're going to do is you're going to use this for two things. One, you're going to use this for the last step in this whole video, which I'll get to. But the one important part that you're going to use it is a really easy way of lining up your Behemoth gates. So this time we're going to do the exact same thing we did before with the dino defense. This time we're going to be doing it on a lot bigger scale, So I would suggest you take personal responsibility of this part, because if you're like me, you want to make sure everything is just right. And if you have multiple people doing the Behemoth gates, It's a lot of resources to get really sloppy fast. So I highly suggest you stick to this and you do it. It's going to take you some time, but if you stick with it, you're going to be very happy with the payoff. And that payoff is one hell of a view, I can tell you that right now. If you look, the doors are open. That's the way I personally do it in my tribe, is we have our doors open. We can run around, tend to our dinos, we can breed, we can do all kinds of good stuff. Plus you get an added level of security with your X species plants there. So if anything does drop into the yard, they get pegged right away. Out here on the other courtyard, we tend to keep our T-Rexes that are more damage and health, so that if someone doesn't manage to come in and, you know, start messing with us, they're gonna get nailed by the T-Rexes. You can keep sabers, you can keep apes, anything basically that you want to use as a level of defense, as well as something that you can easily lose. So all the important T-Rexes for your breeding, for any kind of like PvP, should be on the inner sanctum, the inner part where the metal pillars are. But anything that is relatively expendable or used specifically for security reasons, just put out in the yard. Now we're going to get to the next step. On the left hand side, if you look by the Behemoth gates in this shot, you'll actually go ahead and see the wood ceilings and pillars are still there, and that's for a good reason. We're going to get to that reason right now. I'm going to be replacing all of these wooden pillars with stone pillars because I believe, honestly, metal is asking way too much, even for a high-end population, high gather population server or anything like that. That's a lot of metal, so I would highly suggest you go with stone. I know stone is a lot weaker, it can be destroyed by certain dinos, but overall this is the very outskirts of your base. You don't need to worry too much about your security at this point. Now if you get past this into the metal, then you got yourself an issue. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going around and replacing all the stone things out, and we're going to be putting the ceilings on a relatively level, low ground. You want this to be about waist height, something so that a T-Rex can step up on. That's the whole goal of this. Now if you have very unleveled terrain, in some parts of my base it's very unleveled, just keep the pillars at a good height so that a T-Rex can't jump over it at all. Has to run to a lower part of the area, or a more leveled playing field. And I'm going to explain to you why that is and what it's going to be used for right now. Make sure you have at least 2 levels of this, because if you don't have 2 levels, it's not going to work, and it's going to be a very bad waste of time. So get 2 levels done. Once those 2 levels done, you can go ahead and you can test it out yourself, make sure everything works fine. But this is exactly what it's used for. It's used for as a barricade, in the sense of when your dino goes up, well, not your dino, but when their dino goes up the 2 steps, it comes down and cannot turn around and get back out. So now you and your tribe mates and your defenses can absolutely either do 2 things. You can take out the rider and kill him and take his dinosaur out of the raid, have it just sitting there in the yard, or you can kill both of them and show their tribe mates that you guys mean business, you have a trap, they need to commit to this. If they don't want to commit, they got to get the hell out of there. So it's a really good defensive but offensive feature of any base. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a little bit of ways of catching your enemy off guard, and this way has worked very well for me in the past. You might have to fiddle with it here and there to make it to the way you want it, but overall it's a really great idea. Now I know there's going to be one person that's going to ask me this question: how do you get your dinosaurs out? Very easy guys, just attach ramps to the back side on your inner side, and then run your dinosaurs over top, and then on the way in they can just simply run up the way your enemy would run up into your base. If you have to, just remove a few pillars and ceilings and then just simply replace them. It's stone, it's not important, it's not like it's metal. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a hell of a lot of time making it. Not fun, but I do it for you guys. I hope you guys appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. So overall it works for both of us, and you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Thank you for coming back and watching on Titanshield Gaming.
I'm not.
Why are you guys leaving your doors open? Look at this. This guy just walks in with a shotgun.
Let me out. I'm scared.
Here.
He's in here
What's
with me.
up,
Help me. I don't want to get
Don't worry,
shot.
I'm friendly. I'm friendly. I'm friendly. I'm just wanting to scare you
Get in,
guys.
get in here.
Hey, don't hit me.
Don't kill me.
Oh shit.